There was a time when seeing a horse dive off a 40-foot platform was just another day at the amusement park. Yes, diving horses were once a thrilling attraction that packed audiences into venues like Atlantic City's famous Steel Pier. It all began with William Doc Carver, a former sharpshooter and showman. According to legend, the idea struck Carver in the late 1800s when his horse accidentally plunged into a river after a bridge collapsed. Inspired, he developed the concept into a daring act that would tour across America, blending thrills and danger into one unforgettable performance. The act itself was simple yet spectacular. A horse, sometimes with a rider, would climb a steep ramp to a platform as high as 40 feet. On cue, the horse would leap into a pool of water below, often to the applause of an amazed audience. The show was daring, theatrical, and unlike anything most people had ever seen. Riders, often young women, became part of the spectacle, adding an element of human bravery to the already risky act. By the 1920s, diving horses had found their home at Atlantic City's Steel Pier, one of the most iconic entertainment venues of the time. The performances became a staple attraction, drawing tourists from across the country. Riders like Sonora Webster Carver, one of the most famous divers, became celebrities in their own right. Sonora in particular amazed crowds by continuing to perform even after an accident left her blind. But as popular as diving horses were, they weren't without controversy. Animal welfare groups began to raise concerns about the ethics of the act, arguing that the horses were being subjected to unnecessary stress and physical harm. Critics pointed to the force of the dives and the potential for injuries to both the horses and their riders. By the 1970s, public opinion had shifted and diving horses began to disappear from amusement parks. The Steel Pier officially ended its diving horses performances, marking the end of an era. Attempts to revive the act in the following decades faced significant backlash from animal rights organizations like PETA and the Human Society.